This is Fernando Escobar with FabTV in 3, 2.
Joaquin, how are you? My son.
My what?
My son.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine, here, my son. I'm fine. So where are you?
I'm in Laguna Beach, California. How about you?
No, I'm in Portugal right now. I chose to spend the COVID in Portugal. It's easier and nicer than spending it in Santa Monica.
Yes, it's a very beautiful country, Portugal.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes. You are so versatile. I mean, you play every character so good. And is playing a father a different role for you?
No, I've played quite a few. Actually, I have a series on Netflix right now, Warrior Nun, where I play a cardinal. So I've played quite a few. I've played like 6 times. I've been a priest and cardinal. So it's not new. Maybe what's new is that I did another Fatima years ago, 20 years ago maybe, but I played the reporter. And this is maybe new that I play. I mean, this Father Ferreira really existed. So it's a real story. All the other fathers, I played another father that really existed, but the story was not so much based on facts. It was a bit fiction. So, but here we are. I mean, with the other Fatima I did was a different one because it had been produced by Instituto Luce, which belongs to the Vatican. So it was more on the version of the church. What I liked about this script was it was based more on facts. And I like that it starts with the reporter interviewing Lucia and a non-believer that says, what would you respond if people tell you this is a hoax? And then it starts with the whole story. So this story, you know, in Portugal, we all, since we were kids, were told the story of Fatima. It's not new. So we all lived the story of Fatima. We all were taught. I mean, I had a mother that was religious, a father that was anti-religious. So in my house was kind of a two-way thing. Especially, you know, Fatima is now a big deal today. There's a big sanctuarium. Thousands of people come every year. So it became kind of a business. So a lot of people are against that. But I think this film portrays well the story as it was at the time. 1917, the first republic of Portugal. The republic had only 6 years old. The church was very badly viewed because they thought they were part of the monarchy. So any event that the church would, such as this, would come up with, they would think this is the monarchy trying to come back, trying to bring the monarchy back. And then we have the Spanish flu. The Spanish flu happened at that time that killed the 2 young kids, the 2 young shepherds. So people were also very poor at the time. That part of Portugal, especially in the countryside, I mean, at the time they were very rich and very poor. So there are parallels with today. You know, there are parallels with today. I think people were in need of hope and faith, which a lot of people are today, in need of hope and faith with all that's going on. So in a way, funny enough, I mean, we shot this before the COVID-19, but the parallels are quite amazing.
We need another Fatima right now.
Yeah, we do need a miracle. We could start with winning the election, somebody else, you know.
Right. Joaquin, have you ever had a situation where you saw something and it was kind of unbelievable, or maybe people didn't believe you?
Well, no, not anything like this. I mean, I can imagine, you know, and I think Lúcia Moniz played it so beautifully. The mother, you know, I mean, she cannot believe it. my character, Father Ferreira, he did not believe it. Actually, in reality, he was much more tough on the kids than in the movie. In the movie, they shared, Father Ferreira and the Cardinal shared the toughness but in the reality, from what I read, Father Ferreira was a bit tougher on that because he really didn't, he was told by the Cardinal, we can't have this, I mean, we already been discredited by the Republic. I mean, we have trouble with them. And they were really afraid of that they would start closing churches, which was what they did. So, but no, I never had a thing like this. But I can imagine if my kid would come and told me that she had seen the Virgin Mary, I'd be a little, I would be doubting it.
But so, Fatima isn't the first time. I mean, this has happened a lot over time, in Lourdes, in Mexico, in South America. So this is, it's a repetitive thing. It happens.
I know. So it makes you think what's going on. I mean, I read letters from people that were there in 1917 at the meeting. There were 70,000 people, which was pretty amazing for the time, considering that the way they communicated had nothing to do with what we communicate today. And I read letters from people that were there, giving their testimony to family members and to friends. And they all, none of them say they saw the Virgin, none of them say they heard the Virgin. They all talked about the sun going in circles and almost falling down. I mean, and how scary it was and how amazing it was. So, I don't know. Today, I still don't find an explanation scientifically for what happened. Right. But the truth is that 103 years later, people come to Fatima and come to pray to the Virgin Mary and whatever. So I think the movie is done in a way that it can be enjoyed by believers and non-believers.
Yeah. Well, I have a confession. Yeah. I really, really enjoyed the movie. Very powerful movie.
No, it's also very well done. I mean, it's beautiful photography by Vincenzo Carpineta. You have to think that Marco Pontecorvo, the director, was a great photography director. I mean, he's more known for his photography so he was always on Vincenzo's back, telling him, how he wanted the photography. And you have beautiful music by Paolo Bonvino with Andrea Bocelli singing it. And I think that, the performances are great. The kids were unbelievable. They weren't easy, let me tell you the truth, because working with kids is not easy, because they're kids and they will be jumping around all day. So, Alexandra, especially the little one, she was like a nonstop, she was unbelievable. But Marco, I have to admit the miracle scenes took forever. We were there for 2 weeks, underwater, under sun, and it was taking it was hard on us, especially the kneeling and the whole thing. I mean, there was a part of the time that I said, "Oh, come on, please, you covered this from every angle possible. Can we stop?" But Marco had to do it. He had to cover himself.
Well, that's what directors do. And it's very clear and present to me that you are the Rey del Norte, and you're an extremely great actor, by the way.
Thank you very much.
Okay, great speaking with you, and I'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Bye.
Okay, thanks.
Ciao.
Ciao.